I'm sitting out back of school right now, right in front of the pond. A lot of birds chirping, a lot of butterflies. The pond's pretty full right now, so I can tell it's been raining. It was dry earlier this summer. Today we're going to be putting together your wind streamer so you can learn to figure out the direction wind is coming from. So this is another weather tool that you'll get to make. Last week you made a rain gauge. Hopefully you've been able to measure the rain each day at your house. So the materials you'll need are your streamers. These went home in the bag of supplies. A paper plate. This also went home in your bag of supplies, and you'll notice that it has holes in it. You'll need scissors and glue. These should be in your toolbox. And in the science section of your binder, you have this worksheet. It has this cloud on it. And that's really all you need. Oh, you can get a crayon. The first thing I did was I colored my cloud, just to add a little color to my wind streamer. And I've already done that. So after you color this, cut out the circle, cut it out very carefully. Okay. All right, the next thing you're going to do is glue your cloud man onto the back of your paper plate. What I like to do is kind of line it up with the holes so his head is facing upwards. And I did it on the back part of the plate where it's flat. A little bit more glue. All right, next. This part is a little bit tricky. You have 4 streamers. They're made from crepe paper. Streamers are really, really delicate and they tear easily. The directions on your paper say you need 8. You really don't need 8. 4 is fine. So what you're going to do is kind of pinch together the top and twist it. Just a little bit of it. That way you can easily get through one of your holes. Carefully, slowly pull it through. If you pull really fast, it will tear and your streamer will get shorter. All right, once I have about this much, I'm going to tie just a simple knot. Okay, I'm gonna carefully pull. If yours happens to break, it is okay. You can just retie again. No big deal. It doesn't have to be a really tight knot. That's fine right there. Okay? So we have to do 3 more. So twist so that you can poke through the hole. Thread it up through the hole. Let me show you what happens if I pull too tight and I'm too rough with it. Oh, if that falls apart, I can't just have this little piece, okay? So this has happened plenty of times in class before. So you just take this part out and retry again. So take that same streamer. It's just going to be a little shorter, and this time remember to be a little bit more careful. Thread it up through, carefully knot. If you think you can double knot it without it breaking, give that a try. All right, 2 out of 4, we've done half. 3rd streamer. Thread it up through. tie, and tie. And then we have our last streamer. Okay, I'm going to thread that through my knot. I thread it through the hole. Make my knot carefully. Double knot it. All right, we are pretty close to being finished with our wind streamer, but I noticed that I forgot my pencil, and we need to mark the wind direction on this. So I'm gonna pause. I'll be back in just a minute with my pencil and show you how to mark this wind streamer. If you forgot your pencil, get yours too. All right, the last part of putting our wind streamer together is to mark the directions. All right, so I'm gonna go to the top of my cloud guy, and I'm going to put a capital N. Capital N stands for north. Opposite of N, I'm going to put an S. S stands for south. On this side, the right side, I'm going to write a capital E. That stands for east. And opposite east is west. So let's write a capital W. Now, when I was a kid, one of my teachers taught me this saying to help me remember how to do directions, and I haven't forgotten it. She said, never eat soggy waffles. Learned it when I was 8 years old and haven't forgotten it, so it's my gift to you. Never eat soggy waffles. North, east, south, west. All right, so our next step is to decide or figure out how to use this tool. Okay, what you want to do is, you have a couple of ways you can do this. The easiest way is to use your parent's phone, and there should be a compass on your parent's phone, and you can easily find north. I'm going to show you the old-fashioned way before we had a compass on our phone. In our sky, if you look at the sky directly above you, at noon, the sun should be pretty much directly above you. Our sun always rises in the east and sets in the west. So if you go out in the morning and you see where the sun is, you'll see it rising in the east, and then you'll gradually watch it as it sets in the west. So if you can point to where the sun comes up in the morning, you know that that's where east is. And of course then, the opposite would be west. We're at school, and I've done this enough to know where north is, so I'm going to show you. All right guys, let's learn how to use this weather tool, your wind streamer. As I said before, you can look in the sky to determine which way is north, south, east, and west. Our sun rises in the east and sets in the west, so directly in front of us would be north. I'm at school, I know where north is. You can also use your parent's phone. On your parent's phone, there is a compass. You want to make sure you line up your north on your wind streamer with the compass on the phone. Okay? And then you just stand back and watch the wind. And what you're watching for is the direction in which your wind streamers move. It's not very windy today, but they're starting to blow back towards the south, which means that we have some wind coming from the north right now. Someone's Sometimes it changes directions. As you can see, it's not a very windy day. Just kind of blowing around. They're starting to blow a little bit more back. All right, well, might be better to test on a really windy day. I wonder which direction the wind is coming from at your house. After you make your wind streamer, go outside and give it a try. Bye.